The wind cut through the rusted schoolyard fence, howling like it carried secrets. Autumn leaves swirled around a girl with second-hand shoes and eyes far older than her years. Her name was Lily Grace. She didn't speak much. In fact, she barely whispered. Lily's world was made of silence, partly because life had taught her that silence hurt less, and partly because no one seemed to hear her anyway. Her father had passed when she was 6. Her mother worked 2 jobs and still barely made rent. Their clothes came from charity bins, and dinner was often just warm water with bread. But Lily sang. Not loudly, not publicly. Only when she was alone. Her voice was soft velvet, dipped in longing and brushed with hope. She would hum lullabies her father used to sing, and pieces she heard on the old radio she'd found in the alley. In that quiet corner of the world, her voice bloomed. At school, Lily was invisible. She sat at the back of the room, clutching her frayed notebooks, scribbling lyrics in the margins. Her classmates didn't know her, and most didn't care to. A few of the popular kids, Samantha, Jason, and their clique, often tossed mocking glances in her direction. She was different. Different meant target. When the announcement came that the school was hosting a talent show, Lily's stomach tightened. Singing, publicly, was something she only dreamed of. But dreams cost nothing, and Lily had learned that even dreams came with invisible price tags. It started as a joke. During lunch, Samantha stood on the bench and waved a paper. "Guess who's our surprise act?" she called out, loud enough to turn heads. She pointed dramatically to Lily. "Lily Grace, our nightingale of the dumpsters. She's gonna sing for us." Laughter echoed. Lily's heart froze. Jason had signed her up without her knowledge, forging her signature. She wanted to disappear. The principal, misinformed but delighted by the apparent courage of a quiet girl stepping forward, praised Lily during announcements. "Let's give a hand to Lily Grace, showing us bravery and talent. We're all excited to hear you sing Friday." There was no way out. Lily went home that night and cried silently into her pillow. Her mother, exhausted but observant, held her and whispered, "You don't have to do it if you're not ready. But if you are, sing like the world is listening. Sing like you're free." She barely slept. But something had changed. Her mother's words sparked a tremor in her heart. That night, Lily dug through her journals, her lyrics, her memories. She chose the lullaby her father sang when times were darkest, the one that always made her believe that tomorrow could be better. Friday arrived. The auditorium buzzed with excitement. Acts came and went, dancers, magicians, wannabe rappers, a kid who did cartwheels. Then the principal stepped up. "And now, our surprise act, Lily Grace." Lily walked onto the stage. Whispers rippled through the hall. Samantha smirked. She stood still for a moment. The microphone stood tall, like a gatekeeper. Her fingers trembled. Then she closed her eyes. She remembered her father's voice. Her mother's tired smile. The ache in her chest that longed for something more. And she sang. The first note was hesitant. But then it grew, warm, golden, aching. Her voice was hauntingly beautiful. Pure. Honest. It filled the space, carried on a current of pain, longing, and hope. Her song wrapped around each heart like a soft blanket in winter. The auditorium fell into a hush. Even the teachers leaned forward. Even Samantha's smirk fell away. When she finished, the silence lingered. It was the kind of silence that comes only after witnessing something sacred. Then, an eruption of applause. Not polite clapping, but thunderous, genuine applause. Some stood. A few had tears in their eyes. The music teacher, Mrs. Elkins, came up with a tear-streaked face. "Lily, where did you learn to sing like that?" "At home," Lily whispered. "From my dad." That day, something unexpected happened. In the audience sat a man named Thomas Ellington, a billionaire philanthropist who had returned to his old hometown to visit the school he once attended. He had come unannounced, hoping to quietly donate a new music wing. But Lily's voice had stopped him cold. After the show, he requested to meet her. Lily was nervous as she stood before him, unsure what to expect. But Mr. Ellington knelt down to her level, looking her in the eye. "When I was your age, I had nothing," he said. "But someone believed in me. And today, I want to believe in you." He offered Lily a full scholarship to the best performing arts school in the state. But not just that, he pledged to fund music programs for underprivileged children across the district in her name. That night, the principal called Lily's mother. "Your daughter, she reminded us all of something today. She reminded us of grace." In the days that followed, the school began to change. Samantha found Lily at her locker. Awkward. Hesitant. "Hey," she said. I'm sorry. We shouldn't have done that. But I'm really glad you sang. You were amazing." Lily looked at her. "Thanks. Jason even handed her a note. You shut me up better than anyone ever has." That was, wow. "I'm sorry too." And from then on, people saw Lily. They greeted her. Sat with her. Asked her about music. Mrs. Elkin started a choir group, with Lily as the lead. Other quiet students joined, ones who had never been noticed before. The school began to breathe differently. It began to heal. And Lily, still quiet, still soft-spoken, walked the halls with something new in her step. Not pride. Purpose. Years later, she would stand on larger stages. She would speak to crowds about the power of being seen. About how one act of cruelty accidentally turned into the most beautiful gift. She would lead national programs to give voice to hidden talent across the country. All because someone once tried to humiliate her, and failed. Because kindness grows best in broken soil. Because a song sung in truth can change the world. Because even in silence, hope listens. And because the poor girl with the second-hand shoes had a voice that could never, ever be silenced again.